All right, ZTV fans. This week we're gonna be We've got the Intellivision Sprint loaded up. We're gonna be playing this one game. What you see in front of you is Advanced Dungeons and Dragons: Treasure of Tarmin. Now, a little bit of backstory. This is one of all the original release Intellivision games. This is the one game that has always intimidated me. I've never learned how to play this game because I've always heard it's tricky and complicated, but people really love this game. And I've watched people play it, but I've never figured out how to play it myself. So I thought it would be an interesting video for me to finally sit down and I'm gonna try to figure this game out. For reference, on my computer sitting across from me, I've got a copy of the manual I found on the internet loaded up. I also have a replica of the overlay, which I have for reference. Back in the day, Intellivision games came with overlays that you could place on the controller, and I hope this actually fits because, yeah, here we go. So, and you'll see it's actually referred to as Minotaur. So, on later, how should we say, versions of the Intellivision, like when they released like the flashbacks and stuff, since they didn't have the Dungeons and Dragons license, they referred to Treasure of Tarmin, they referred to it as Minotaur because there was there was like a Minotaur in the dungeon or whatever that was out to get you, and you had to fight it. Or some, I don't know. Like I said, I haven't played this game enough to really know all the details, but they referred to it as Minotaur so that they could put the game on the flashbacks and all the things, but not necessarily have the Dungeons and Dragons license. Obviously, we're playing the ROM, so we can have the Dungeons and Dragons ROM. So, here's the description of the game. The search for the treasure leads to high adventure as you wind through an underground maze of corridors, gates, hidden doors, ladders, and rooms. Inside the maze are weapons, magical items, spiritual books, and the Tarmin treasure. But beware, within these walls also lurk deadly monsters and horrifying beasts, including the repulsive Minotaur, just waiting for you. Ooh, for one player. All right. So that's the description of the game from the ROM set we downloaded. So back in the day, you had, like I said, you had these overlays that came with your most of your games, and you would put it on your controller, and it would refer you to, so you could look down and see what your controls are. And I'm actually going to turn my light on so that I can actually see it. There we go. Otherwise it's dark and I can't see him. Okay, so castle map. Count food. Count arrows. Okay. I'm familiarizing myself with this. And I usually don't use this for most games, because for most games I kind of know what the controls are, but for this game I feel like I kind of need it. And these overlays actually came with my Intellivision flashback that I had modded several years ago. I bought the Intellivision flashback at MGC several years ago, and then I had it modded by somebody. I probably did a video on it at some point. I had it modded by somebody. They basically put a Raspberry Pi in it with an Intellivision emulator. And it basically kind of functions like the Intellivision Sprint, but it doesn't have like the nice um it doesn't have this nice setup that we have here with the cool UI, and it doesn't have the wireless controllers and stuff. But it's kind of like my secondary Intellivision. Plus, I think the controllers that I have for it have kind of worn out, and they're not wireless. But anyway, I digress. That's neither here nor there. Okay, well, let's get on to this. So I'm gonna kind of read the manual, and we're gonna kind of um, do stuff as we go. We're going to read the manual here. The dreaded Minotaur and his monster companions built a complicated system of mazes and dungeons in the island of Tarmin to hide and protect the greatest treasure of dark ages. Along with other stolen riches, they took objects of spiritual powers and lethal weapons. By the way, they're actually putting like some of these things in caps, so that's why I'm like embellishing them. Now the castle with its ghastly occupants and fiercely guarded treasures has lured you in. I'd be like, I'm not going in any place with ghastly occupants. Screw that. You begin your journey, wondering whether you'll ever make it to the end. Again, they can keep that stuff. I don't care. Alone in a deep web of endless rooms. This is the object of the game. Alone in a deep web of endless rooms and corridors, you move on with a bow, a quiver of arrows, a sack of flour, and an empty pack. Again, if I'm going into some desolate dungeon, I'm going to take more with me to eat than a sack of flour. How do you eat just a sack of flour? I mean, seriously, I'm just going to reach in a sack of flour and take a bite of flour. Delicious. What the hell? An empty pack towards deeper pathways beyond which the Tarmin treasure can be found. Yet you know the devouring Minotaur awaits you at the end of your quest. You proceed cautiously through ill-omened gates and ladders and even hidden doors. You bump into all kinds of combat and spiritual objects, some of which grant you strange powers when collected and then used. Your pack can only contain up to 6 objects. Your hands too, but they can be swapped around and used in the best possible way, so it's up to you to outsmart the evil forces and grab the loot! Okay. Your controls. Slide Advanced Dungeons and Dragons Treasure of Tarmin cartridge overlays in the hand controller frame so they cover the keypad. Insert the game or console cartridge slot. And C controller. And okay, yeah, if you haven't figured out how to put a game into the system and turn it on, we've got worse problems than actually playing. Note, do not use the keypad and disc or side buttons at the same time. Okay, your commands. Look at the castle map, press or hold either upper action button. The flashing white dot will tell you where you are. And up to 12 levels can be seen on the map. Small yellow chest. Okay. Well, I better actually press. I better actually like start the game. Okay. Are there like different levels or difficulty levels? I don't even know that. To look at the castle map, press and hold either upper action button. Before I do anything, I'm going to just check to see if there's like different difficulty levels. Okay, so get ready by selecting your skill level. Press 3 for the easiest, 2 for easy, 1 for easy, 1 for medium. Press the disc for hard. Okay, we're gonna select the easiest level because I figure we're gonna have. So this will just get us into the game. We'll try to learn the controls. Oh God, I don't know what just happened. Okay, so if I press this button, this lets it. I gotta hold it down actually. This lets us see the map. Okay, so here's the map. Here's the map. Okay. So this will take us from 5 to 30 minutes. We have lots of food, lots of arrows. Okay, so these are our commands. To count the number of food units you have, press and hold the lower action button. You'll hear a series of clicks. Okay, we got lots of food. To count the number of arrows you have, press and hold the lower right action button. Okay, each click corresponds to an arrow. Okay, so that's kind of like the Dungeons and Dragons, the Dungeons and Dragons game that I'm used to playing. Okay. To pick up or drop objects, press pick up and drop. Okay, that's button 1. Okay, I see that. This relates to your right hand only. Your hand must be empty to pick up something, otherwise the command will swap what is in your hand for what is at your feet. To swap objects from one hand to the other, press swap hands. That's button 2. To rotate objects in your pack, press rotate pack. I don't know what's in... How do I know? Okay. To rotate content objects in your pack, press rotate pack. How do I know what's in my pack? To swap an object in your pack with an object in your right hand, select swap pack. Oh, okay, I kind of see. Okay. Oh, okay. So I kind of see. So that thing on the right, and that thing that looks like a parentheses. I think that's like my bow. So so I dropped it. Now I picked it up. Okay. See, I'm just kind of fiddling around with things, so I kind of learn what the controls are. So I pick it up, I drop it. This lets me swap it. So whatever's in my right hand is what I'm like actively using. To open an unlock container at your feet, then I got a button for opening. To use an object in your right hand, or possibly act upon an object on your feet, press use. Okay, well, I didn't do anything. To attack a monster directly... So the only thing that you can actually use is whatever's in your right hand. Okay. To attack a monster directly in front of you with the object in your right hand, press attack. You cannot attack while the object in your left or right hand is... Okay, so I've got a button that says attack. Okay, I see that. So then I've got glance left and... Okay. To regain both war strength and spiritual strength after a battle, I can press rest, which enables me to gain spiritual... I don't know what war strength and spiritual strength necessarily mean right off the top of my head, off the top of the... I assume like one is hit points, and I don't know what the other one really is. I don't know which is hit points, but whatever. Alright. So anyway. Alright, so now we're moving along. There's a flibbly bib. Alright. Well, what is that? That looks like something I should be able to pick up, but I can't really tell. How do I pick that up? What is that thing? Oh, it's an eyeball mural. Okay. I thought it was some sort of an item. Check your direction with the compass. Look for objects and doors. Objects can be anything. Alright, so we're moving along. Alright, so we're Alright, here's this. Oh, okay, so there was a door. Okay, we opened the door. Alright, so now we're in the dungeon. Alright, what the hell is that? I mean, seriously, I don't know what the hell that is. It could be anything. It looks like some sort of a weapon. Alright, I'm gonna assume that's a weapon. It looks like a weapon. I think it's a. Looking at the manual, I think it's a dart. Okay, that's a ladder. That's gonna leave us down. Okay. Open. Oh God! Oh boy, he's hitting me. Alright, I'm gonna attack him. Ah! We killed him! Yeah. Alright, now if I rest... Alright, that give me my hit points back. Oh God! Attack. Yeah! Alright, pick... I don't know what that is. It looks like a weapon as well. Pick it up. Wait, no. Pick that up. That looks like a shield. I don't know what all these different. I don't know what all these different meters are yet. There's a lot to this game. As I'm flipping through the manual, there's a lot of. There's a lot of hullabaloo of stuff I don't understand yet. But I got a shield now. Alright, we're going down to the lower level. Alright, I don't know what that is. Let's see if I can figure out what it was. I don't really know what it was. This looks like something. Looks like a fireball. Pick that up. Oh, okay. I kind of see now. So if I swap, so the bow is in my pack now, and I equipped this fireball. So watch this. I'm gonna get him with the fireball. Boom. So now if I hit swap pack, okay, now I re-equip the bow and arrow. Okay, see, I'm kind of getting it. I'm starting to get it now. And again, I don't know what this is. It might just be treasure that's worth points. Okay. Here's a skeleton. Yeah, take that, skeleton. I whooped your candy ass. Alright. What's this thing? It looks like a gold bar. It wasn't a gold bar. If it's not a gold bar, I don't know what the hell it is. I'm scared of it. The hell is that? I think it's a box. It's locked. I'm looking again. I'm referring to I'm referring to the manual, which I have, which I'm looking at on my computer, as I play this. And it's a box, and I need to find a key to open that. Like I said, I at this point only have a vague idea of what I'm doing. That's a shield. I don't know if it's better than I don't know if it's better than the shield that I had. Like I replaced an orange shield with a yeah, I replaced a yellow shield, an orange shield with a yellow shield. Oh, war weapon colors. Oh, okay. So that's a gold. So the orange shield was a rusty iron shield, and the yellow shield is a gold shield, and that's better. Okay, so it goes tan, orange, blue, gray, yellow, and white. Okay, so I got a better. So I actually no, don't drop that. Okay, wrong button. Wrong button. Okay, we open. Okay, so I got a better shield. I'm figuring this out. What the hell is that? I have no idea what it is. Again, I'm flipping through the manual. I mean, honestly, that could be any damn thing. Can I just pick it up? Okay. I don't know what that was. I keep dropping my bow. I think that thing is just like a entrance to the maze. Oh God! Attack. Oh, he got a cheap shot on me. Alright. If I rest, okay, I got more powers. Again, I don't really know. I don't really know what all these different points mean. But I'm gonna assume. But I'm gonna assume that if they go down to 0, I'm gonna assume that I'm dead. So I'm gonna rest and get and recuperate them. I don't know. Like there's a big hall of doors, and I don't really. I'm having. I don't know. Like. Because like once I turn away, like the door is no longer open. It's not like a regular RPG that I've played where like after I open the door, it like oh, that was that box that I couldn't open. All right, can we go down? Let's just go down. Okay, what the hell is that thing? Oh, that's another fireball. All right, I'm gonna put that away for now, and I'm gonna pick up the fireball. All right, this is the entrance to the maze. And again, that's just a round thing. That could be literally anything. What the hell is that? I don't know. Oh, that's a large shield. I think I'm going to assume a large shield is better than a small shield because it's larger. I don't frickin' know. We're kind of rumbling, bumbling, and stumbling our way. I've always kind of wanted. It's always kind of been like I've wanted to try to figure out how to play this game. Oh, that's how the pack works. Oh, okay. So I was like, how the hell do I know what's in my pack? All right. So if I put this in my pack, okay. So now I'm gonna pick this up. Now I've got another fireball. Now I have two fireballs. Okay. So now I'm starting to. And then I still got my. I was like, I don't know what's. How do I know what's in my pack or what items are in my pack? Now I know how to see my pack. All right. Okay, that's where my shield was. Now I'm getting it. Like I said, I'm teaching myself how to play as I go along. It's always been kind of a bugaboo that I never learned how to play this game. Me, kind of the self-professed Intellivision man. And this is like the one. This is the one officially licensed Intellivision game that I never really that I never really learned how to play. That's worth learning how to play. Because everybody says, oh man, Treasure of Tarmin's really cool, but it's complicated. What was this thing again? Of course, you've got these really old school graphics, and like you look at a thing and you're like, "What's that? What's that? What's that?" I don't know what that is. That could be anything. I picked it up and it just disappeared. Oh, I don't know what I just picked up. What did I pick up? Oh, that's a pack. Um, if I find a key later, I can try to open it. Let's see if I can find a different entry point to the. It farted at me. Oh, I found a hidden door. Ooh. Tricky Dicky. And we found the ladder. I'm just gonna look around just to. I probably should have just got. I probably should have gone down while I had the chance. So I don't know what the object is necessarily. This game is pretty ambitious for the time if you think about it. Alright, let's just go down. I don't necessarily know. Like, was the object? Did I miss the treasure? Was that the object? Is to find the treasure, or am I supposed to? Here's another one of those. The fireball. I got a lot of fireballs now. I can. What's that thing? That looks like a bag of some sort, but I don't know for sure. Open it. Oh, it's got some coins. Alright. Well, that does me a lot of good. Alright, I picked up something or other. Uh-oh. Here comes whatever that is. Shoot it. Yeah, he's dead. Alright, prime up another fireball, and let's go down. Again, I don't know. I think I don't know if I was supposed to just get the treasure that was on level 2, or if I'm supposed to go all the way down and get the Minotaur. I don't really know the object of this game. I just wanted to try to figure out how to actually play it, like what the controls are. So on and so forth. Oh, that's my score. That 30 that's my special treasure score. So I don't know at this point. Like I said, I've gone down to like the 6th floor, and it's not. The map is no longer like tracking my progress. That kind of worries me. Oh, we found an axe. What's this thing say about the axe? So like all these other weapons that I pick up. Ooh, that's a big weapon. Are all like one-shot weapons. Whereas like the arrows or the bow and arrow is like kind of like your standard starting weapon. I don't know what any of this crap I'm actually picking up does. Like, what the hell is that? What the hell is that thing? Can I eat it? I don't know. That literally could be just about anything. Uh-oh. Fight him. Ooh, we got him with the scuba doo. Alright, prime up another weapon. That looks like, I don't know, open it up. That looks like some kind of a treasure. Alright. I think that's a spear or something. Or a dart. Everything that I've run into has died in one hit. That looks like, I don't know what that is. That literally could be just about anything. Oh, it's a crossbow. I don't know if that's better than my regular bow or not. There might be like a strategy guide or something that like maybe better explains stuff than the manual. Because it's like looking at the manual, like I can get a feeling for like what stuff is, but like I don't know like what's a better advantage to me. Like there's a YouTuber that I watch sometimes that called Intellivision Dude, and obviously he plays in television games, but he plays this game a lot, and so that's a scroll of some sort, and he plays this game a lot, and he knows it very well. So this is a spiritual weapon. So I'm gonna pick it up. And apparently this weapon apparently can be used multiple times. It may break after use. I'm gonna try to look up to see if there's like a fact for this game that maybe explains stuff better. Because, like I said, right now I don't understand. I don't necessarily understand what's going on. Like I said, I'm getting a feel for the basic controls, but I don't. And that's kind of what I wanted to accomplish with this session. Uh-oh. It broke already. Jeez. Alright. Yeah, take that, sucker. So now we're rotating the pack. Okay, so now I kind of get like how the pack and the inventory work. It's kind of convoluted, but so I can swap pack and pick this up. But then again, what would I expect for a game that came out in this? So whatever item, like I said, nice when it says the 3 o'clock position, I see what it's saying. The item that's to the right of the compass direction. So that when I hit swap pack, it's going to put my item into my right hand in that position, and now I can pick it up. So now I've got another item. Oh God! I'm actually going to rest. Get my hit points back. Because for all I know, I might be almost dead. Like I said, I don't know how to... the instruction manual just kind of says, like, this is your spiritual strength and all this stuff, but it doesn't... I don't really understand how to read anything. Oh, there's a new bow. So that's actually probably better than the bow I've got now. Oh yeah, that's definitely better. So let's see if I want to rotate this, and then I want to swap and pick that up. So now, oh yeah, see, okay, so okay, your three-way scoring display on both maps plus your screen. Okay. Anything to the left of the slash is a war type score. Anything to the right of the slash is a spiritual score. Okay, so when I pick this up, my number goes from 6 to 21. And generally I know when number go up, that's good. I know that much at least. Number go up, even back in the Intellivision days, we know number go up equal good. Uh-oh. I think the green number that shows up on the bottom there is the number of hit points the monster has, although I'm not entirely sure on that. Oh boy. Toasty! Oh boy. I better put my weapon in there. Attack. like I said, this game is very deep for a game that came out in like whenever the hell this game came out. When did this game come out? 1983. Wait, what happened to all my items? Did like some one of those monsters like a thief or something, and then like stole all my items? Like I said, I don't know all the mechanics of this game, but all of a sudden like, I don't have any. Like I said, I don't really know everything that I don't know all the mechanics of this game. For all I know, like I said, I might be going around in circles because, like I said, I think the treasure might have been in level two, and I just went past it, and like I don't know. I don't know how deep this goes. Oh God. I don't know what that is. It's a necklace, I think. It was just worth points. So I'm pretty much just meandering around at this point, and I don't really know. Oh, I gotta take a weapon. Ooh, a key. We like a key. And you can open up one of those packs or something and kick the camera and cause an earthquake. Uh-oh. What happens if I run out of arrows? I'm really gonna be. I don't think I don't think it's a problem I have to worry about. But oh, we found the. This is like the exact same area I was just in. Oh, it's a spooky ghost. Oh God. Shoot him. Pick it up. I think that was armor. We're so deep into the dungeon now that I don't know if we'll never get out. Like I said, at least I sort of understand the game on a very, very base level now. What the hell is that? Oh, that looks like a helmet. Oh yeah, I got my numbers went up. Uh-oh. I think that's Vince McMahon. That looks like an axe. Grab it. I don't think it's as powerful as my bow, but oh, we found the. We zoinked them. Like I said, I have no idea. We're on like level 13. I have no idea how deep this goes. Got a necklace that's worth points, I assume. I don't know what the hell that is. That could be anything. Looks like some kind of a potion. It's a potion. It is in fact a potion. Use it. Ooh, it made a sound. Beautiful. There's a fireball. Okay, so the second number went up. So the second number is my spiritual energy. So it went to 19. So that's a pretty powerful weapon. There's a booby trap. There's a booby trap in there. What the actual hell? I got blown up by a bomb. Ain't that a blip? Well, I don't know if I can. I don't know if it's possible for me to win. All right, I'm gonna reset at this point because hold on. Because like I said, I've kept on going and going, and there's no sign of the dungeon ending. Because like I said, on the second level is after the second level, it just kept on going. So I'm gonna get to the second level this time, and I'm gonna just keep on exploring. I'm not gonna go down the ladder. Now at least I know how the game works. All right, so pick that up. Pick that up. I think that's just. I actually don't know what that is. What was that? The instruction book for this game is like 30 pages, which is like unheard of for an Intellivision game. I actually kind of want to get into collecting like boxed Intellivision games. Because I want to. I'm selling off my LTO flash card because it's worth. I don't see myself using it anymore because it's worth a lot of money. Because I've got this, and I've got I've got the flashback. I just don't see myself using the flash car. Okay, so I'm gonna go down the ladder. All right. So now when I go to the map, all right. So this is the map. I think the treasure's on this floor. So if I see a ladder, I'm not gonna go down the ladder. I think that's what got us into trouble last time. All right. So pick that up. That has a strength of 27. That has a strength of 15. Okay, so we're finding some weapons. Okay, so we found a hidden door. Don't take the ladder. And let's just keep poking around this floor because I think there's only 2 floors. I think the treasure is on the 2nd floor. The bad guy is also on the 2nd floor. Oh God! Oh man, I gotta. What happened? I lost all my gear. That was the Minotaur. So I think like the combined of those 2 numbers up on top is my hit points. So those were ingots. That was treasure. That was worth points. Now the problem is if I run into the Minotaur again, I don't have a weapon to fight him with because I lost my weapons. I don't even have my starter weapon anymore. So that's bad. Okay, we got some weapons. We got a couple of axes. Alright. We got whatever the hell that is. Alright, we gotta find the Minotaur. Oh. Get him. Yeah, he's dead. Shanked his butt. So I can't press down on the disc to back up. There's actually a separate button for that. So if you find the Minotaur, you better have preparation to actually fight him. He was past this hidden room. Oh, he killed us this time. Oh, man. Alright, well, let's try one more time. Okay, so these eyeball looking things actually mark the entrance to the dungeon. So if you don't actually see a door there, there's probably a secret door. Oh, look at this knucklehead. Get him. Okay. Swap hands. Okay, so pick that up and you use that because that's actually that thing that I just took. That's actually armor. I don't know what that. Oh, that's a get that too. That's a gauntlet. That'll give us some protection. So obviously this game is procedurally generated. I mean, I'd like to actually say I completed a run of this, but you know, like I said, I'm learning the game. This is my first time ever playing. Like I've loaded it up, and then I like look at the controls. Like I said, the manual for this game is like 30 pages, which for an Intellivision game is unheard of. We'll get that axe. Swap pack, pick it up. So like, hold on to that because that is more powerful than the stupid. That orange bow is probably more powerful than the. Mm. Well, actually, I don't know. Pick it up. Yeah, it's a little bit more powerful than the bow we started with. It might break, but I guess that's a chance we'll have to take. This game is complex for having come out and, you know, like I said, for this time period. It's very involved. I don't, like I said, I don't fully understand what's going on. I understand the controls now, and that to me was always kind of the. I'll have to see if there's like a FAQ or something for that, because like I said, looking at just the instruction manual, doesn't fully explain things in a way that fully makes sense to me. Like, as far as I can tell, like the top numbers is my hit points. The second numbers is like my armor class, and the third numbers is my attack power. And it's broken down into like physical and spiritual. But again, I don't necessarily know fully how it works, but like I said, I just assume big numbers is good. You know, like when I equipped this orange bow instead of yellow bow, my number went from 6 to 9. So I'm like, yay, number go up, that good. When I equipped those armor pieces, my armor class went up from 0 to 2 to 3. So I'm like, yay, I'm winning. Would I have figured this game out when I was a kid? I don't know. I remember seeing a box for this game as a kid. I was like, "Oh man, there's a scary dude on the box. I don't know if I want this game." And then I didn't buy it. I bought something else, so I never played this. So that's why I don't remember what game I bought instead of this one. See, there's no like a door by this, so that probably means there's a hidden door. That's what I'm talking about. You give this game to a kid today, it'll turn their brains into liquid crap. I remember back in the day when I worked at Toys R Us, and, you know, I worked there for a holiday season, and I would get, will my 5-year-old be able to figure out this game? And I'm like, man, when I was 5 years old, I had to try to figure out a game like this. I had to try to figure out Phantasy Star. When I was 8. I had Legend of Zelda when I was 8 or 9. Or there's a spooky monster. And I'm not trying to put people down, but it's like, well, everybody's different. I think you get more hit points and stuff as you fight monsters. Yeah, because I went up from 20. I went from 20 to. I went from 18 to 20 to 21 now as I killed a couple of things. Wait, what's that thing? I thought that was a necklace or something. What is that? It's a money belt. Oh, open it. It's got some money inside. All right, give me that money. You know, everybody's different. Everybody figures out stuff at different paces. But again, this is when I was growing up back in the day. We would have been given something like this, you know. And it's not like, you know, we didn't get hand holded. I pick up as many weapons as I can because, you know, if I run into the Minotaur on the second floor, I don't want to be like, oh, I don't have any weapons to fight him with. All right, let's see. So as you fight monsters, it's like you get it's almost like getting experience points. So this is like a very early primitive RPG. That's steel. So that's actually a little bit better. That's actually a little bit better than the one that I've got. So like with a 9 to 15. Oh boy, see number go up that good. I actually kind of like the fact that I'm documenting me playing this. So don't take the stairs because then, like I said, we won't. I think if you go past this the stairs of like where the treasure is, I don't think the game ever ends. I'm not sure about that, but I mean, the controller is very finicky. You got to press like the exact point of the disc to go like up or turn left and right. I'm kind of also like yelling at clouds of like talking about like my experiences of games and rambling about the kids of today. Like I said, there's no hand holding in today's games. You know, every game has a tutorial. You know, like I said, in my day, you get a game like this, you get the manual, and you figure it out. And if you can't figure it out, well, too bad. I still don't really know what that thing is. Like, and I picked it up. Oh God! What the hell is that thing? Shoot him. Man, we shot him. All right. I mean, I pick it up and it disappears, but I don't really know. All right, I'm gonna rest because I want to have full hit points when I eventually inevitably run into the damn Minotaur. I'm flipping through the manual and I can't figure out what this item is supposed to be. It doesn't seem to increase my score. Like this item is you know what? I can't really figure out what that is either. Oh, this is a box. Oh, you need to have a key. That's a box. You need to have a key to open it. So somewhere on this, oh, there's a spooky ghost. Shoot him. Is this kind of like playing the other Dungeons and Dragons game on the Intellivision of like when in the last? Pick that up. Use it. Now that's a gold bow. Is this better than? No, that's not better than what I have. All right. So we got a helmet though that gave us a little bit more. Oh. Here's the damn Minotaur. Shoot him. Shoot him again. I lost a bunch of my stuff. Yeah, I even had armor that time. I think that's what happens is like you have like 2 lives or something like that. You lose your first. I think that must be what happened the first time I lost my life. I don't have any arrows. That sucks. Like I said, I don't know the. I don't fully know how this game functions. I just know every time I've run into the damn Minotaur, he's whooped my ass. But now I got a gold spear or something. I almost feel like you would be better off playing a longer quest because by the time by the time you actually get to the Minotaur, you have more hit points and equipment and stuff to fight him. I imagine by the time you play this game enough, like the controls almost become second nature. But like right now, I'm just like, oh. Yeah, use a crappy weapon on him. I don't want to use a good weapon. Ooh, another gold spear. So yeah, when a monster shows up that green number, that that green number that shows up is like the monster's hit points. Don't take the ladder, 'cause that just leads to perpetual nothing. We don't even have the bow anymore. Like, I lost all my arrows, so I don't even have that anymore as a failsafe. So it's like, man, I hope I hope these spears I have, if I assuming I find the damn thing again, I hope these spears that I have are enough to off this guy. I don't even know if I'll find him again. I feel like I'm just wandering around in circles. There he is. And he killed me. I didn't even get a shot off on him. Well. Anyway. Like I said, I almost feel like it would be better to play a longer quest because, like I said, then you build up more hit points. I still don't fully understand how all the inner systems and stuff of the game work, but at least I understand like the basics. I understand the controls and all that. So like I do feel like in and of itself that's a win. So I'm glad I spent some time with the game and I learned the functionality, and I feel like this was a good video to do. You got to watch me play the game and learn it. It was a learning experience for me and for all of us, even though we were unsuccessful in our quest to find the treasure of Tarmin. I was successful in my quest of getting the monkey on my back, of learning the basics of the game, and we can now at least I can now at least play it and eventually be successful in completing a quest. A quest. I can scratch. I can at least scratch it off of my bucket list, so to speak.